Okay, here we go. Look, it doesn't look bad. Rotation. Yeah. Now, buddy, it is true this channel's kind of become out of hand. You know, last month I posted this video about finally trying a Roblox flight simulator again after so many years. How did that happen? Well, in my previous video, I lost a bet.
Donated $4.99. Swiss win PTFS video, crying face.
When I die, or when someone donates $100. Right, and that's why I played the PTFS flight simulator, which is, I guess, one of the most famous ones. And I wasn't necessarily amazed by this flight simulator. I mean, it's Roblox. What do you expect? See if this guy's going to be able to take off. Oh, you've overrun into the grassy idiot. And what now? Is he going to take off? Oh, great. That looks like realistic physics already. But at the end of the video, I said something like this. If you guys donate $100, again, I will maybe take a look at Project Flight, which actually looks a whole lot more promising, by the way. Take a look. Oh, and guess what happened? Guess what? Yeah, Arrow Frost here. I don't know, he's like the main supporter of the channel at this point. And I'm pretty sure you're all now aware that I'm such like an entrepreneur, right? $100. You guys are absolutely insane. So, you know, I keep my promises and see what does a pro pilot like me think of this Roblox flight simulator, which once again does look quite all right. This one isn't quite free, but it's super popular. 28 million views. This thing costs a bit of money, 50 Robux, which is 50 cents. I mean, come on, it cannot be that bad, right? I mean, you know what they say.
Life. There's Roblox.
Anyway, let's go ahead and play this now. All right, it's loading now. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a contender against Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Not sure. All right, we're starting up with cool music, which we're going to turn off right now. Okay. So as you can see, I've already, put up the settings here, made them very high. So that is great. Let's go ahead and now check out this UI, which I actually find not bad at all. Take a look. We can press fly now. There are several modes as well. This thing is like in a pre-alpha build, although it's been out for like 3 years, but there's like career flight, but also free flight. You can be an air traffic controller, which is a great idea. And now we're being loaded into the hangar, and here we have some planes that we can check out. Some Boeing airplanes, the Fairchild Metroliner, the very hard plane to fly, the MD-11, the harder airplane to fly, some Airbuses as well, some that you have to buy, for example, the A330 for 90 Robux, which is barely €1. That's like super cheap. Let's maybe try the Boeing 737 because apparently it is the best aircraft out there. As you can see, it just loaded in. I mean, that's, I guess, kind of nice with Roblox is that you can play any game you want. You don't have to download anything. That's a perk. Let's go ahead and just press confirm here. And my friends of professional piloting, we can now select a livery. And there's 1,000,000 liveries. Literally 1,000,000. That's actually insane. Crazy. But of course, in Swiss Army one fashion, we're going to try a ride in our airplane. Okay, confirm. And here we are at an airport selection. Now, this thing does not have worldwide flying. So no Lucla, no St. Barts, but Menorca as well. Yeah, take a look and it loads in. And we can already see it doesn't look half bad. We have some semi-realistic scenery. And the UI is kind of nice. As you can see, the camera follows along with our mouse movement. That's a kind of a nice touch. There are smaller airports as well, like Cabo Royo. We can't go there. Aircraft is too small. All right, that's a shame. I mean, this honestly could be X-Plane 11. It's okay. Let's go ahead and confirm and just start flying. And we have to select a gate first. Gate 6. Hey, take a look at that. That's actually a relatively decent UI. Come on. I'm coming. This is a Roblox flight simulator. This is like 0 megabytes to download. So I had no expectations at all. And this is actually kind of a nice way of, entering in your spawning method. Let's go ahead and start on gate 2. Confirm that. Yes, and take a look. We are in the multiplayer. So we have a Qatar airplane coming in for landing. That's actually looking relatively decent. Yes. Good landing. Not bad at all. Either way, this is our 737, and once again, I'm kind of impressed. The graphics aren't that crap, honestly. So let me check out our controls. The usual problems about these flight simulators is that you don't have joystick support. So we're going to fly this airplane with mouse yoke and keyboard controls. That was a quick stop, Qatar. Something that is impressive, though, is that we can go into the cockpit, which, as you can see, loads in nicely and is actually live. Like, the quality doesn't look too great. But look, it's even semi-interactable. For example, we can turn on the speed here. flight directors, they probably won't be able to fly in a IFR alpha, so the FMC doesn't work. But what did I expect? I expected nothing. Yes, we can turn on and off the autopilot. Hey, that's not a bad start. Here in this map, we can see some of the airports around us. We can select a direct to with a very realistic direct to symbol. So maybe fly to one of those airports that we were warned about, Cabo Royo, which is apparently too small. Perfect. Obviously, the battery is already on. The screens are already running. This airplane is already aligned. But let's turn on the engines, which we can do for ourselves, actually. Come on. Yeah. Come on, quite like that. Ground start, like that. As you can see, the fuel pumps turn on automatically. Okay, and engine number 2 is spooling up, as you can see. And we can see some spinach from the outside. This is a Roblox flight simulator, by the way. Come on. Let's go ahead and now turn on the starter of the left end. Not now. Right, there you go. I mean, this is a very simplified version of, you know, what the 737 actually is like. I guess any real 737 pilot would get a stroke, but there we go. Engine's starting up, which we could barely tell. Look at that, we're all ready to go. Engine is started up. Let's turn on the strobe light. There, take a look at that. Hey, it worked. That's actually not bad. Let's maybe go ahead and put the flaps to a takeoff position, which worked. I mean, for 50 cents, we've seen a lot worse. For example, on mobile. All right, so unfortunately, we have to use keyboard to spool up the engines here, and we are already moving. Let's go ahead and use some of that rudder right here to move about. Come on, full left rudder. Doesn't work. I guess we have to use the mouse here to control on the ground. Okay. All right. That's the nose wheel steering, I guess. All right. Let's go ahead and continue this taxi here. Tango 1. Look at those reflections on the wing. I mean, oh, and look at that. That's very Roblox. So this Etihad Airbus A320. All right. 777 behind us. Don't crash into us. Okay. It's telling us to stop here, but we will not do so. Something that's good is that, as you can see, the flight controls are actually animated. That's not a bad start. All right, looking good. Lighting up on runway. All is set. Departure runway 19er identified, as you can see. Beautiful. And so let's go ahead and do rolling takeoff on this runway, which actually doesn't look bad. Look at that. We've got touchdown mark from all the hard Ryanair landings that I've done before. And let's go full power. Now, the sound obviously isn't amazing, but let's go ahead and see if we can take off now. Yes. Take a look at this. Not that bad. Let's go ahead and put the landing gear up, which works well. Pretty good gear retraction animation. And in front of the aircraft, the sound design isn't half bad. Let's get into the cockpit and turn on the autopilot, which doesn't appear to have vertical speed mode, but it only has an altitude hold mode. So, all right, let's go ahead and turn on the heading. There you go. We need 250. And here we are en route on our flight here. Now, we should finally retract the flaps here now. All right, perfect. I just talked about sound design. What I do like is how the engines spool up here. The engine spool sound really isn't bad whatsoever in the inside. Good. And what you see, the speed and power of this one, 372. That's a very fast 737. That won't be bothered by going totally over speed. Did you see that plane that just crashed into the ocean? What a shame. Yeah, I'm checking out the different camera angles that we have. That's not bad whatsoever. Now, here in the options page, we can select things like failures, actually. We can, for example, fail the engines. Look at that, we've got engine fire. Hey, that's not bad. That's better than Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Let's maybe recycle. Come on, turn that back on, please. Please, engines, come back. There we go. Now they're coming back. So they definitely took care to make this at least. Look at, I'm honestly impressed once again. All right, now we've entered Latin America, Punta Cana here. Sort of an island, very quick transatlantic flight. And look, the scenery, the water, not bad. I mean, this could be FSX. Really? All right, we've got some runways here. Maybe we might just actually break off our flight plan and hand fly the airplane somewhere. So let's turn off the autopilot here and get rid of some speed here. And we have this Chibao airport as well. Maybe let's go ahead and do a landing, right? So all is well. We can put the flaps down fully. Come on, let's do that. We are quite a bit fast for full flap deployment. This airplane doesn't really get that. All right, we are a bit low according to the Poppy. Okay, there is an airplane on the runway. That's perfect. We're not at Tenerife. That's not realistic. All right, are you sure about your Poppy light position? Because it seems like we're already quite high. Let's get the landing gear down, which, as you can see, works well. Landing gear has come down. And this is actually a interestingly nice plane to fly. Feels okay. All right, we've got some trees. Those are very realistic. And the runway looks okay, too. Oh, the controls are inverted.
30,
hold on.
20, 10.
Okay, there we go. We've done a smooth landing. That's nice to hear. There we go. We even had some smoke there. You could see that. And let's nicely put down the nose of this aircraft. We're waiting for that. Brakes are coming down. That's great. Take a look. Not bad whatsoever of a look. So let me do a bit of a touch and go here and put those, put those flaps back to takeoff position and try to take off yet again. There we go. That's good. I mean, the physics aren't that crazy good. I mean, this plane feels like it's kind of flying in slow motion. But once again, I've seen mobile flight sims that are a lot worse. We even have the beautiful 3D city here. All right, there is the runway of Cabo Royo. Good. Come on, that runway isn't short at all for a 737. Works perfectly. All right, let's shoot this approach beautifully. Yeah, controls are still inverted. All right, quite the kamikaze approach. But all that as well. Let's go ahead and touch down now. Very nice. That's been a smooth landing. Let's go ahead and brake now. I'm not sure if there's any reverse thrust simulated here. Probably not. But there we go. We've done it. We have landed a 737. Now, I think it's about time we spent some money. Let's maybe try a premium airplane. Airbus A330 90 Roblox, which is like barely $1. And there it is. Let's maybe see. Confirm. All right. Spawn into this gate right here. Take a look. Okay. Here we go. Look, it doesn't look bad. How? All right. Let's get into the cockpit, which doesn't work or doesn't exist. We have this front view right here. That's a bit of a turn off, but we can push back easily. We're turning on the engines, all that as well. We can see the spinach in the wheels. Look, it's funny how the Roblox flight simulator managed to make actual round wheels. Am I right, Aerosoft? Okay, maybe the landing gear could have been more round, which it isn't. I have no idea how they managed to not make that. The tire is like a hexagon. All right, these engines sound a bit like a hairdryer fan, but that's fine. Look at the ground. There's cones here that we can run over. Perfect. Let's professionally taxi onto the runway and take off. Perfect. Maximum power. Sound is even worse here. Okay, there we go. I like how we have this VOR right here, although it probably doesn't work. Now, this is the butter machine, and the interesting thing is that it kind of works. Take a look at our very slow rotation. Yes, that is the butter machine in all its glory. Landing gear, put that up. Although we don't really have positive rate. Look at that. Butter. That's tilted landing gear in Roblox. All right, so let's maybe do a professional butter landing here. Perhaps the usage of this camera might be helpful. We can do a landing now here at this airport. We just done a bit of a teardrop maneuver. There's the airport. Perfect. Oh, someone's died. Someone has seriously died. Someone has seriously killed themselves. All right, and they are proceeding to do that still. Rest in peace. That's usual. Okay, nice Airbus call out. All these airplanes flare beautifully here. That's interesting. Okay, not bad at all. We did a butter, as it seems. Perfect. So everybody, there it is. The Project Flight Simulator. I'm honestly impressed. Yeah, I know this won't fool anyone, and this is not really going to teach you how to fly properly, but considering that this thing costs less than a carrot and it practically runs on your Samsung smart fridge, this is not bad at all. But I will probably resort back to X-Plane or Microsoft. So there it is, everybody. Project Flight. Please do not donate any more money. It's enough. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters. Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Fanner, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.